guys, this is EBPMAN with Tablets for Me, and today we're going to do a review and unboxing or unpacking of some screen protectors that are for the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4. And these screen protectors are from a company called ICarez. So now, there's very few providers today on the market outside of, let's say, for example, Zag and two others that have products available on Amazon that you can purchase to put a screen protector on your Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4. And I thought we would compare. I have an earlier video that you should see that compares one screen protector company, and this is the second company. So let's go ahead and open up the package and see what's inside. Okay. So inside, what you have is a squeegee that you could use to actually get out the bubbles. You have this little plastic thing here. I haven't seen this before. I don't know what this is. Maybe I'll find out a little bit later. You have your screen protectors in here. And what you have is this little package that includes a couple things. And this is important as you're installing screen protectors. You have your little felt cloth to clean the screen, which is very important. And then what you have right here is some stickies that you can use to position your screens, right? So this, I'm sure, is used for being able to lift the screen protector off of the tablet so that you can adjust it, because it is kind of tricky to do that. And then over here you have these dust removal tabs. This is nicely packaged and then it just numbers them out. So this allows you to lift lint or any kind of dust that may be underneath the screen, and I'll show you how that works as well. Now, I wanted to show you the differences between this screen protector and the screen protector that we installed earlier today. So here are the two companies. So this is the ICarez, and I can tell you this screen protector seems to be a little bit thicker than the one that we have here from this other company that we reviewed earlier. I forget the name of the company. It's Ionic is the name of the company. Just now looking over on my some of the paperwork that I had. And a couple things about the Ionic screen protector. It is a smooth screen protector, I have to say that. So I've been using it now for a couple hours. I like how it feels, how my pen writes on the screen, how my finger feels on it. But what I didn't really care about is having to knock out these knockouts. It feels incomplete. When you see here, this one, they're already knocked out for you. See how that's cut out? You don't have to worry about pumping those out, and you don't really get the indentations. Here it looks like there's a small indentation of when it was actually perforated. I didn't really see it on the screen. It didn't bother me when I was installing it, but it's still a difference. Now, the other thing that was kind of challenging about the screen protector is how thick the other screen protector was from a width perspective. So it's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to try to align them up side by side. And what you'll see, we'll see if it shows up on the video. Sorry about the glare. But this screen protector, the one that we have from ICarez, is a tad thinner from a width perspective. So it's not as wide. And that's important because if it's too wide, what will happen is I had some trouble with the screen protector because I couldn't really get the actual bubbles out of the corners because of the alignment. It was so close to the bezel. So I'll bring the tablet here so you can see that. So here is the bezel right here. It's so close to the bezel that I have bubbles, and I couldn't really do much magic. And I'll show it right here. Let's see if this shows up in focus. So this is the screen protector that I installed earlier this morning, and that's because it's just too close. So you really need a screen protector that is close but not too close to the edges, so that you can actually have the alignment taken care of really nicely. We got to face it, we're not people that work in the mall who are doing screen protectors all day and that are professionals. So having some forgiveness by making it a little bit narrower is probably the best thing that any supplier can do. So from a width perspective, it feels a little bit narrower. The other thing that it feels a little bit is shorter. You'll notice right here, this is I think where you can really see it really good. See my nail right here? It is a tad bit shorter from the top, which is going to give me that forgiveness that I need when I'm installing the screen protector. So let's go ahead and install the screen protector and see how it works. I'm going to remove the one that I did this morning, clean off the screen, make sure it's dust free, as I always say. Make sure that you're in an environment where you don't have to worry about air conditioning moving, windows are closed, and that you've wiped off all the smudges. So let me do that. Alright, so my screen is now clean. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove tab 1. There's two tabs to it. First tab is a tab that has the part that's going to adhere to your screen, and the second tab is a protective screen or film that allows the film not to really not to scratch. Now, here's the other thing I noticed about this screen protector. Comparing it to the other ones, they did something that's pretty smart. The thing about this is that you want your bottom button to align, and unlike some of the other screen protectors where the tabs are on the top, you can align the top, but then when you hit the bottom, it could be out of alignment. So having the tabs on the bottom allows me to start from the bottom up, which is another, I think, very well thought out feature of the screen protector. So let me go ahead and start doing that. We're going to I'm going to double check my dust, make sure there's nothing on the screen, and then we'll apply it to the actual tablet. So I started removing the first portion off, and I'm going to try to get the alignment down here on the screen, and I'm looking for that button alignment, and I'm also going to be looking for the side. So I kind of do one of these things just to drive it. I put my fingers on the side, and then I look for the button to make sure that that button is nicely centered. You don't want it riding the actual bezel, because if not, then you'll never be able to get it to align nicely or to get the bubbles out. So once I get this, all I'll do is I will bring the screen down and pull out the screen protector from the bottom. So I've worked out all the bubbles. It was pretty smooth, and I left a couple here just to show you, because I didn't want to bore you guys just as I was squeegeeing the bubbles out. So there's two bubbles I left. I left a bubble and a little dust particle, just so you can see how you'd fix it. So again, remember, as I mentioned, the key here is to get all your bubbles together, as I've done there, and then just work the bubble out towards the corner. Once you do it, it kind of goes away. Now this one has a speck underneath, and let's get a little closer right there so you can see that. See that right there? See if it comes out. I need to get that guy out. I'm going to use these stickies to do that. So one of the things I'll do is I'll use this one right here to lift up. I'll use a smaller one because I was using these to reposition the screen. What we're going to do is use this one right here to lift up the screen, and then I'm going to use one of these dust particle removers to actually get the dust, and it's sticky right there. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to lift it up. Let's see if I can do this so you can see it. Lift it up, and then underneath it, pick it up like that. And you notice there's a little piece of dust that was underneath that. So now I'll put my little dust remover back, remove this little piece. I don't care if things look bubbly right now, because I can fix that. And then I'm going to take the squeegee again, and I'm going to just squeegee out anything that could be left. I'm looking at it at an angle. Don't see anything there. Looks pretty good. Yeah, everything else is just some surface dust. So let me show you. So we'll see if this will come out clearly. Alignment is okay. It's satisfactory. You notice that the holes right there are lined nicely. I don't really get the sense of why they cut this out in kind of like a rectangular shape, but it's still, the sensor is exposed, the camera is exposed. Over here, the buttons, let's try to get that. Apologize again for the glare, but you'll see that the button right there has is nicely aligned. And remember what I talked about, the corners. That's the big thing that I look at. The corners had enough forgiveness where I didn't have to jiggle too much the screen when I was installing the screen protector. So if you notice, again, bubble-free installation, no follicles. It takes just 2 minutes. You don't have to pay someone to do it. Of the two products that are out there right now, there's actually 3 of them. I'd go with this product. I find that the application was easier. I like the little tools that it brings. You know, your dust remover and also your adjustment stickers that you can use. And obviously it comes with a squeegee, but all the other ones come with a squeegee. But I like the fact that it was cut a little bit narrower on the sides and also shorter on the tops, allowing me to move the screen protector. And as you can see here, as well, I'll turn it on, you really can't tell that you have a screen protector on. Now, one thing I will say, just by overall feeling, and I'm going to spray some solution on it in a second, I do feel some drag. I find that the other screen protector, that while it had a better, the edges overlapped a little bit, it felt smoother to the touch. Right now, I feel like there's something there. So I got to see if that's just, maybe some film. I'll wipe it off to see if that goes away. But for now, I really like the product from ICarez over the previous product we reviewed. So if you have any comments or questions, leave them on the YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the video.